Hello, everyone. Happy Equinox. Hello. How is everyone? Where are we joining from? Just getting set up here. Welcome to Meditation Monday. How's everybody? How's your equinox? We are at one of the most sacred times of the year, equinox and new moon. So we're in this energy for the next 3 days. And today we're going to do a blessing and a shamanic drumming journey. So how is everybody? Tell us where you're from. Say hi. Hello, Rhonda. Good evening. How are you tonight? And we're also on YouTube. So if you'd like to watch later, you can always watch on later on YouTube. So how is everybody? How's your Monday? Today, we're going to talk about meditation, the equinox. We're going to do a candle blessing and a drumming journey. Good evening, Taylor. How are you? I'm just going to come here. Okay. How's your equinox? You're good? You finally found something good? Oh, good. How's it going? Anybody have anything to share for their equinox? It's a powerful time. We're just entering into the new season, clearing out the old to receive the new. And now is the perfect time to meditate and to think about what is your next direction? What seeds are you planting? What are you looking forward to in this new energy? Beautiful blessings. Yeah, what are you aiming for? So the last few lives we've been talking about the direction and moving forward and going into a place and space of clarity and direction. And we talked about doing the 1-minute meditation morning, noon, and night. And then we did the cleansing meditation. And then now we're kind of heading into a time where it's about going within to see what now we're ready to emerge into, coming out of the darkness of winter and going into the blessings of spring. And what were the lessons and the things that you learned during the winter time that now you're going to purify and cleanse and move into now that we're in this new beginning of equinox. And equinox is the time where we balance the light and the dark. And now we see the days are getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So we have like more of this drive to go out and do things and, you know, socialize. And so we're coming out of the cocoon. But this next week is really a shedding time. It's a snake time. It's like cleaning house, cleaning our mind, cleaning our bodies, cleaning our spirits, and setting the direction so that going forward, we're clear and we're inspired and we're motivated to move this energy forward and to use all of the shadow work that we did during the winter time to now go forward into the springtime and manifest those new seeds, to grow those new seeds, to purposely nurture them and to refine our paths so that we can now move forward with more courage, more discipline, more confidence, more action. And I just did a video with one of my friends who's a healer in Greece, and we talked about this shift of the financial systems. Everything right now is shifting. And so we have to understand these shifts and move with the universal shifts, as well as our personal plans. Hi, Nicole, you're working. Happy Equinox. Thanks for tuning in. So things start to get busier at this time. Things really start to move in different directions. And so tonight I wanted to kind of do a little blessing and a shamanic journey, a little drumming journey for those of you who want to join in, and help you to see for yourself what is the spirit world saying to you. Where are you going? What messages may come up during this time of profound transformation? This is a time of profound transformation. Hi, Sylvia. You taught 6 ladies the water song, and they all took home a bottle of blessed water. We did our Equinox planting seeds ritual and used the water. It was gifted with human compost, and we used that. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a great ritual to do. The water song, if you haven't seen that, that's on my YouTube, where we did the water blessing. And that's a really good ritual to do at this time, where you bless the water and you sing to the water, and you talk about the water, and you talk to the water. So this is the time to do your rituals, planting new seeds. I know in some places those seeds aren't ready to go in the ground yet, but you can plant them indoors. Cleaning, this is the time to get clarity. And this time is really powerful from the 20th to the 23rd. And the 23rd is really when we're going to see those changes. So a lot of people right now may be feeling like they're going through a death, like a purification process, a cleansing process, a spiritual and physical, mental process of cleaning out. And then by those 3 days of shifting, then you may feel the energy shift. Lots of bombshell secrets exposed the last couple weeks. Spring bringing me chaos. That's not surprising, because at this time, it's a cleaning out process. I don't know. Did anybody feel like something shifted? Like, I know Amanda's talking about these secrets and things being exposed, but I feel like a lot of people at this time are going to feel like shifts and realizations and things coming into the consciousness that you weren't focusing on, or you weren't thinking about, or wasn't even in your realm of possibility, and now you're starting to see it. And that's part of what this new season brings. It's coming out of the winter and into the spring. So if you think about it, just metaphorically, you're coming from the darkness into the light. So whatever was dark is now illuminated in the light for everything to see, for you to see. Hi, Rachel. So it's like cleaning out, it's purging, it's, things that, it could be finances, it could be health, it could be, just internal emotional stuff, mental stuff. It could be your physical house. It's just whatever needs to be cleaned out. And that's really what the spring cleaning is about. You're feeling huge shifts, and also like I'm being wrung out like a mop. Yeah, exactly. You're being cleaned out. And that's what this time brings. It's that shifting season. So like in some places, like when I lived in Korea, you could literally feel it, because the weather was like really windy during these 2 weeks of spring shifting. And it was like the weather matched your mood because it was just cleaning everything out. But in some places we don't feel that, but that's literally what's happening right now. It's a huge shift. And I like the way Sylvia says it, is it's a wringing out. It's like being cleaned out. Hi, Lola. And so with the cleaning is coming clarity. And so that's, if you're experiencing the chaos, if you're experiencing the cleaning process, then it's about what's the clarity that's coming from it. And it may not be immediate. You may not be like, oh, I know exactly what it is. It may take a few weeks to really understand it. Your guides are confusing you. Yeah, guides shouldn't be confusing us, but maybe it's the mind. Maybe the direction they're giving is different from what the mind space is saying. And I just wrote my weekly newsletter for this new moon and equinox, and I talk about how it's really about the heart. We have to follow the heart, because the heart knows the way. The heart will lead you to the grandest spaces and places that your destiny is calling you. And it's about, how do I clear my mind so I can listen to my heart? Because the first voice that comes in is going to be your intuition. It's going to be your heart. It's going to be the thing that speaks to you. And then it's the mind that gets in the way, right? Because the mind will start ping-ponging and, oh no, what about this? Or, oh no, you know. And so that's the part that we're all having to remember, like, follow your intuition, follow your heart. Rachel says she was manic cleaning yesterday. Soup gremlins. I don't know what a soup gremlin is, but I think a gremlin is kind of a trickster spirit, right? Hello, Kim. Happy equinox. You know, and we talk about that too, where the little tricksters get in the way. All right, there's all these trickster spirits everywhere. And part of that causes confusion, mental chaos, and misalignment, I guess is the word, where we're just like, oh, which way do I go? But that's why the cleaning process is so important, because once you get everything cleared out, then you'll see what's left, and then you can plant your seeds. It's like you have to prepare the field for the seeds to be planted. And the field that we're talking about is your subconscious mind. It's your spiritual mind. It's the place and space within you that is going to give directions to your conscious mind. Okay, because the subconscious speaks to the conscious mind. And that's why it's really important what we feed our subconscious mind. And that's why I always recommend the affirmations. Sylvia says, the meditation is also helping. I've been asking the ancestors and I'm receiving help with the serious situation. I have to really trust myself about everybody telling, yeah, exactly. About everybody telling you what to do their way. That's the mental chaos, right? Because it's like your intuition will say something and then everybody you know will say something else, right? And a lot of those could be trickster spirits that want to, you know, pull you off your path. Maybe they're in their shadows, they're jealous, they're you know, they have their own mental confusion, their fears, their doubts, and all that stuff. Once it starts coming into your subconscious mind, and then what we call triggering you, that's when we lose our intuition and our heart direction. And then we start questioning ourselves and we start thinking, oh, should I have done that or this or that or whatever? But the teaching is always follow your heart, especially in this time of all the chaos and confusion that's happening, because it's going to be one thing after another. And these next 2 years is just going to be one thing after another because of the time we're living in. And really, you know, I was talking to my astrology friend and she said that, was it Pluto just moved into Aquarius or something? And that's a 20-year shift in the astrology. And if you think about Aquarius, you know, how like a lot of the New Age talks about the time of Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. And so it's kind of right in alignment with the ancient calendar, and all this stuff is happening. So either way you look at it, it's a time where you have to go within, and you can't be afraid to be strange or weird or different, because that's what's going to lead you forward, is that differentness. If we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results, it's not going to work. We're going to just get the same mental chaos. And so now it's time for us to like, okay, now I want to set my new direction. Now I'm going to listen to my heart, and I'm going to do the meditation, and I'm going to do the prayers and the ancestor rituals, or whatever you're called to do to get that mental and spiritual clarity, and then follow it. Like, follow it. That's the thing. We have to follow it. Right? Yeah. So how's everybody? What has Equinox brought in for you? You're welcome, Rhonda. Thanks for joining us. We're going to do a Equinox candle blessing, and then I'm going to do a little shamanic drumming for us tonight to open up the energies of the equinox and invite you all to, step into that space here on TikTok and YouTube. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully the technology will be able to hold it. 2 years. Oh my God. Well, that's the thing about it, is a 2-year shift of shedding. And, we've already been in it since 2020, really. 2020 was the beginning of the shift. And 2 years of complete transformation. You just think about it. Think about where you are now and where you want to be in 2 years. That's the thing about this energy. It's a cosmic reset. And the thing about it is you can't get into what the gloom and doom of it is. You know how every time you go on YouTube is like, the whole world's collapsing. That's the fear road, right? There's the 2 roads. There's fear and then there's love. And if we just listen to the fear road, it's going to be like endless fear. Oh my God, it's going to be 2 years of chaos and destruction and this and that and this and that. But think about it. Think about, what if everything is collapsing on the fear road so that everything can be created on the love road? And if you choose the love road, it's going to be blissful. It's going to be joy. You're going to be in your heart's desire. You're going to manifest the things that you're stuck in right now. That's the whole thing. It's the path you choose. And that's what our indigenous teachings talk about, is what path are you going to choose? Are you going to choose fear? Are you going to choose love? Are you going to choose chaos and destruction or spirituality? Which road are you going to choose? And the road that you choose will lead you to your destiny. But, I see a lot of people get infected with this stuff online, and their mind is all in, oh, this is happening and that is happening and this is happening. And all of that is being created through the mind. It's a harvesting of your energy. But if you were to say, you know what, none of that is my road. None of that is true for me, because I'm choosing a different path. I'm choosing to follow my intuition. I'm choosing to follow my guidance. I'm choosing to follow my heart. And that's what's going to lead you to your greatest destiny and your greatest calling. And all of our teachings talk about that. There's a picture of a man who goes into the cornfield. So everybody around him is working and slaving away in the cornfield. And the picture is focused on the man who goes inside the corn. And then there's this whole world within, and that's symbolizing his self. It's within. It's like the corn is just the manifestation of the spiritual. There's a lot of teachings on corn. Corn is like one of the most profound topics, because it's nutrition. It's associated with the corn goddess. There's a lot of deep spiritual teachings around corn. But the picture, it's a Hopi picture, and he goes into the corn. And that's what they said happens during these times of shifting and changing, is that it's the person who will go in the corn, inside themselves, into their spirituality, into their highest place, their highest self, who will know the way forward. While everybody else around them is working and going crazy and getting nowhere, the person who goes inside themselves is the person who will emerge, change, transform. They will emerge a different person. And that's what we're talking about with this. So don't look at the time frame. 2 years will go by like quickly. That's why we have to continuously do the work so that in 2 years, imagine your life. Imagine where you will be. Where are you stuck in your life right now? You know, it's my cat. Where are you stuck right now? What is causing you the most chaos and confusion? Where do you need to take a break? Right? So a lot of people are probably taking social media breaks, they're taking fasting, they're cleansing, they're figuring out what it is. I think next week I'll talk about the medicine wheel and I'll do an exercise with you. But today we're going to begin to plant that seed of, you know, where do you want to be in 2 years' time? What is your goal? What is the direction? What is the vision? And then what is the course, right? And that's where the intuition will happen. The intuition will say, oh, you know what? I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for this. I'm tired of being stuck with this. Whether it's a job, a relationship, health situation, housing, finances, you know, all the major things. And my cat join it. As Peaky B, you love your art. Oh, thank you. You know what I mean? So it's like, think about that right now. And then we're going to do our candle blessing, and then we're going to do a brief journey, drumming journey. And if you have any questions, just let me know. But it's really the time of self-transformation. And that's what this whole year is about. It's about setting the direction so that your soul can follow, you know, your spirit can go. The big kitty, yeah. She's an old kitty too. She's like 14 now. She's been my girl for a long, long time now. But she loves the spiritual stuff. You know, cats love spiritual stuff. And especially her. She loves meeting people and looking at people and purring. She's purring right now. Yeah, that's Peaky B. So this is the time. Set your direction. Set your intention. Set that place and space within you. What are the obstacles that you need? Last time we talked about your helper spirits. What would you like help from the spiritual realms? What do you need help with? And last time we talked about don't be afraid to ask for help, right? Don't be afraid to ask for help, because the spiritual realms want to help you. The physical realms want to help you. People you know, love, and care about, they want to help you. Strangers want to help you. There's a lot of help around. And sometimes when we get real stuck in our head, we don't see a way out. And maybe the prayer that you're really looking for is from some help, somebody to help you. And you could pray. You know, one time I was with my friend and she has this huge ranch, and it's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of work, right? It's a beautiful sacred ranch. It's just really amazing, that land. But it's so much for her, and she's getting older. And so she was like, she didn't even know. And one day she just said, help. Like she said, she gasped it out, like gasped it, like just like barely coming out of her throat. And wouldn't you know, like that day, these random people in a van came and they had a vision of her land. I mean, and it's a miracle, because where she lives is not a place you can find. It's totally off grid, like in the middle of nowhere. And these people showed up and they had a vision. The guy was meditating and he saw her place, and he was in Oregon. And he got in the van with his friends and drove, and was arriving at the same time she said help. So it's like the spirit world was already working on the help. All she had to do is say it, and they showed up. It's the miracles. Those are the miracles that will happen. Yeah, people like to help. People want to help. When you say, oh, no, I don't, you know, it's like denying somebody the gift of helping you. It's a cosmic thing. It's a spiritual thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's something that we're ingrained to do. And that's one of the first lessons in ceremony we learn, is that when you need help, ask. ask for help. If you don't need help, don't ask. But your spirit will ask for it. And then exactly when you're asking, other people will show up and say, oh yeah, I can help you. I'll do this, I'll do that. Yeah, I would love to help you. There's that balance between giving and receiving. And when we're just giving too much, we're out of balance. And when we're receiving too much, we're out of balance. And that's what the equinox teaches us, is to balance our light and dark, balance the giving and receiving, balance the light and the shadow, balance these things. This is the time of balance and reset and clarity and direction and understanding what is going on within ourselves, but also outside of ourselves. I think a lot of times we get really caught up in what's going on outside of us and we forget what's going on inside. And then sometimes people get too caught up on the inside and forget about the outside. But we have to balance them, right? We have to balance them. And that's the whole beauty of this time of equinox. So that's why I wanted to talk about it today for Meditation Monday. I'm trying to be on here every Monday and then other days through the week as I can. Last week I took a break, but Monday I feel like is a good day to reset because it's actually the moon day. It's the first day of the week, you know, the work week. And it can set the tone for the rest of our week, especially this moon, because it's a new moon, it's equinox, there's all this new beginning energy. New beginning energy. You can relate. Oh, so glad that you joined us, Crazy. Yeah, so glad to see you too. So, you know, think about it right now. What are you ready to balance in your life? What are you ready to receive help with in your life? And where do you need clarity and direction? You know, pick one thing. That's the thing. Whenever I do ceremonies, people are like, oh, can I write 20 things? And I always give them a small paper because no, you can't. We can't work on 20 things at one time. We can work on maybe one and possibly two if they're related. So we can work on, you know, if it's your career and finances. If that's something that you're like, that's my pain of suffering and I really want help with that. And I need the ideas, I need the opportunities, I need the structure to manifest that. That's what you're going to ask for help with. If it's health and wellness, maybe you have fitness goals or health goals, or you have been going through a health struggle, then that would be your goal, is to feel better, is to find the right, you know, doctors, nutritionalists, whatever, the right help to help you set that goal, right? To set that direction. The next thing could be, you know, family. Maybe you have chaos in your family or imbalance or some kind of something going on with your partner or your kids or whatever. You know, set that direction. That I want peace and balance and harmony in my family. And then somebody asked, what if you're all the way down and out in every way? So the good news about that is you're at rock bottom. Rock bottom is where you build your life. Because you're going to say, okay, how did I get to rock bottom? That's the first thing, right? How did I get here? What were the choices, decisions, and life events that led me here? And from there, what do I want to now do? Because the thing about rock bottom is that it's the perfect beginning place because you can't go further down, right? You're at the rock bottom. You're at the bottom of where you are. And that's where you can rebuild everything. So think about, like, say it's your housing situation. A lot of people right now don't have a house or are having housing problems, right? And you say, okay, I want to have a house. I want to have a solid, secure place to live. What are the steps that are needed? And where am I stuck? Because I think sometimes when life knocks you down, the first place to start isn't where you think it is. It's not a job. It's not a this. It's not a that. It's the first thing is, how can I get my confidence back? Because when life knocks you down, it's your confidence that needs to be boosted. it's that willpower. It's that survival thing that has to kick in to like say, you know what? I deserve better. I deserve a good place to live. I deserve a good family. I deserve this. I deserve whatever it is, right? And getting that confidence back so that then you can manifest and you can get the ideas. But when we're so clouded with low value, low self-esteem, sadness, depression, all that stuff, is hard to think you can go further up. It's like, am I always going to be this way? Then you start looking at the patterns of suffering, and this may be something your family suffered with too, that's generational that you have to overcome. So there's a lot of components to it, but I would say work on the self-esteem part, work on the value part, and work on confidence. And like you said, take your power back. Yeah, how to rebuild yourself and confidence. First layer is subconscious reprogramming. Subconscious reprogramming. Every night before bedtime, you're going to say a power statement, and you're in the beginning, if you're all the way down and about, you're going to have to say it 108 times. And 108 times is the magical number. And then later, you may only say it 8 to 10 times, but I would start with subconscious reprogramming. It's free. All you have to do is do it. Get yourself like a counter or something, count it. And 108 is the sacred number of transformation. There's a teaching about 108 in the Buddhist teachings that say 108 is the number that you overcome the hell realms of your mind. Okay, everything's in your mind. And so when we do 108, we're transforming the hell mind to the enlightened mind. Okay. And that's why you have to do 108. You're welcome. So if you do 108 mantras, and there's different mantras, but there's affirmations like, my life is improving every day. You could start with something like that. I call back my power. Find a statement that works for you. I have one right here. It says, I am ready to fly and soar now. I am ready to fly and soar now. You say that 108 times. Find a power statement that works for you, and then just keep doing it over and over and over and over again. Yeah, good. You're going to start tonight. Good. And then if you have any dreams, write them down, because it's the spirit world talking to you now. Because when you start working with the subconscious mind, what will happen is the ideas will come in. So a lot of times people actually are using manifestations in the wrong way. They're like, oh, please help me. No, that's desperate energy. That doesn't go anywhere. Okay, that's like the Hail Mary pass that never goes anywhere. What you want is to empower yourself, and in the rituals and ceremonies, they empower what you're doing in the spiritual realm. So you're having spiritual power meeting physical power, which then manifests in the material world. But it's all in your mind. That's why people try to win the lottery and fail, because it's coming from like a desperation thing. It's coming from lack and poverty usually. But if you're coming from an empowered place, you'd have more success. And you may not win the lottery, but you would have the lottery idea that then would start something. You might have a business idea come in. You might have an opportunity that just comes out of the blue that then grows and grows and grows. Nothing happens just like, those are lightning bolt moments that are very, very rare. And most people will never have those. But true manifestation happens over time, and it starts with lightning bolt ideas. Like every business comes from some kind of idea, right? Health stuff comes from an idea too. Like you may be having a health problem, and then all of a sudden you get this message like, oh, you need to try these vitamins. And those vitamins end up being the thing that you need. See? You're welcome. All right, so does anybody else have any questions? We're going to do our candle blessing, and then I'm going to do our drumming journey. And to prepare for our drumming journey, if you can, I'd like you to write down what you would like help with from the spiritual realms. And so with the drumming journey, what will happen is everybody has a different experience. Some people because we're on technology, I don't know what the technology will do. So I apologize. If something goes wonky, you could try to watch it later on YouTube. But with the drumming journey, what you want to do is you're going to put your phone and devices down, and you're going to take a moment and you're going to connect. Okay. And so the drumming journey that we're going to do is you're going to either imagine that you're walking through the forest or near the ocean. Okay. And then when you're in the forest, you may see like a clearing or an opening. Sometimes it could be a door that will appear. You know, if you're in the ocean, some people may go into the ocean. Okay, so this is all in your mind. And that's the part you're going to do with the mind, is you're just going to picture the place. Your intuition will lead you. Do I want to go to the forest, or do I want to go to the ocean? Okay. And that's where this direction, this intention becomes important, because when you put your intention to it, it's going to drive the journey. And you're going to ask for guidance. You're going to ask for help. So some people may see stuff. If you're somebody who sees stuff, you're going to see something. You're going to be like, oh, I saw these animals, or, oh, I saw this, or I heard a voice, or something. You're connecting to your intuition, to the spiritual realms. Other people may just feel a sense of calmness or relaxation. Other people may fall asleep, and then some people may feel nothing. Okay. So the drumming journey is all dependent on you and your connection, your gifts, and your headspace. I'm just bringing the energy in. And for those who, you know, want to experience it, you can experience it. And then sometimes maybe you'll get a dream message later, or you'll get an idea or an insight. So we don't know. We're just planting a seed right now. Okay. So right now, before we begin, what I want you to do is think about what is your intention, and make it like one sentence. Don't make it long. Okay. My intention is to find clarity on my next steps, something like that. My intention is to gain confidence. My intention is to understand why I'm going through these obstacles. My intention is to overcome these obstacles. My intention is to connect to my ancestors. My intention is to connect to my spirit guides, you know, something like that. Don't make it real long. You know, if it's financial, my intention is to increase my finances. You know, and then the answer that comes through the journey is what you're going to have to write down. So if you have a piece of paper, pen, or, you know, something to document this, this is how you're going to do it. Put the date, put the time, you know, put your intention. And then after the journey, you're going to write down stuff. Okay. Is there any questions? Everybody know what we're doing? Okay. All of the above. Yeah. And remember, make it simple. Okay. Don't overcomplicate stuff. The spirit world is very simple. And the simpler you can be, the better the results. Okay. Your intention is to connect with your spiritual and future blessings. Good. That's good. Very, very direct and to the point. Okay. Something like that. I'm going to let my cat leave because it's getting testy now. She's like, okay, I get it. I don't want to be part of that. Get my water. Okay. And if people join in during the journey, I guess they'll just get half a journey. And if you want to watch this later, it's on my YouTube. I know, Kitty got mad. She's like, okay, I had enough of you. She's funny like that. Okay. All right, are we ready? So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a nice deep breath in and out. And I'm gonna light our candle. And this is the candle for the equinox. So as I'm lighting this candle, you're already starting to work in your subconscious mind. You're already starting to build in this new beginning energy. Okay. It's green for new beginnings. I'm going to try to change the sound for YouTube because they suppress the music sound. Okay. So everybody take a nice deep breath in and out. Get your intention. And as I'm lighting the candle, I want you to focus on your intention. And then we're going to go straight into the journey. I'm going to turn this music off. Okay, so I want you to take a nice deep breath in and out. And now focusing on your intention. You know, as we open the equinox energy, this new moon energy, this new beginning, we now transfer from the winter to the spring. And we ask the Great Spirit to be with us as we take this sacred journey for the highest good of everybody watching. Okay, so take a deep breath in and out. And throughout the drumming journey, take a deep breath in and out whenever you need a breath. If you feel any stagnant energy or what we call old winds coming through, then you want to move and shift and stretch and do whatever you can to move that energy out. Breathing helps. Okay, everybody's different. Like I said, some of you will really feel it and some of you won't feel it as much. It'll be more subtle. Okay, but regardless, if you're here and you're experiencing this and you're going to take the journey with us, then obviously this is for you. Okay, so I want everybody to just take a nice deep breath in and out and get comfy. You can lay down, you can close your eyes, you can do whatever you want. Okay, I'm just going to check the sound over here. And unfortunately, the drumming and technology doesn't always work well together, so we're going to hopefully get it all together. Alright, so just take a nice deep breath in and out. And like I said before, for those of you who are just joining, we're doing a journey. We're doing a shamanic drumming journey. And we've written our intentions down. We've lit our candle. Now I want you to close your eyes and imagine you are either in the forest or near the ocean. Okay, and then from that place, you're just going to allow the journey to unfold. Okay, wherever your intuition will allow you to go. So take a nice deep breath in and out. And just breathe in and out. So breathing in and out. And as you're in this forest or near the ocean, just allow yourself to relax. Relaxing head and shoulders, neck and spine. Breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. And notice if there's any places of tension within yourself. And stretch and move that place. Move that old, stagnant energy out. Breathing in and out. And just follow the drum and allow your mind to relax as we now bring in the spiritual realms, your ancestors, your spirit guides, and the highest benevolent forces to help you now sacred time of the equinox. And breathing in and out, in and out. Releasing the past as you now step forward into your future. Breathing in and out. As you start to come back into this time and space, remembering, holding on to the messages and visions and the feeling that you have felt. Breathing out. And as you breathe in and out, wiggling hands and toes, slowly coming back into this time and space. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. You had to dance. Oh, that's good. That means the spirit was moving you. There's our candle, nice and steady. So how was your journey? Does anybody have any questions? be sure to write it down. You know, write down anything. Even if you think it's nothing, just write it down. Write it down. Because later it could turn into something. The energy just shifted. That was awesome. Good. Yeah. And everybody, like I said, has different experience with the drumming and oh, so amazingly beautiful. And he ran from the woods to the ocean, then laid in it. Oh, that sounds nice. So the meaning of the woods versus the ocean has meaning too. So just depending on where you are in your life, you will either choose the ocean or the forest, or for you, you chose both. When you're working with the forest, you're working more with the tree energy, the different celestial beings and the nature energies. And so if you're drawn to go to the forest, then I would recommend you actually literally physically go to a forest if you can, and sit with the trees, sit with the earth, sit with the vibrations of Mother Earth. She will heal you, she will help you. If you went to the ocean, then it's more about like the mineral kingdom. It's about emotional healing. It's salt water. You need to go into the salt water. If you had both, you need to go to both. But and then also some of you, if you went into the ocean, you may have encountered ocean energies, ocean plants, ocean beings, different beings of the ocean. So depending on where you are and what medicine you needed, that's where the journey will take you. And of course, this is just a very brief journey because we're here on live stream. If we were in ceremony, we'd do a longer journey and go deeper into it. But I just wanted to give you all like a taste of it so that you could do something for your equinox and get some clarity and direction. You live in the forest by the ocean. Oh, well, ain't that perfect? You're right there where you can be all in it. And that's why maybe your spirit led you there, right? The energy shifted. You love the drumming. Oh, good, Judy. And like I said, everybody has different things. You're an ocean person. You live 18 miles from the ocean. Love to go there. Yeah, the ocean is a cleansing. It's probably one of the most profound and beautiful places you could go at this time, because the ocean has the minerals and the vitamins and the energy that we need to transform. So it's like one of the most profound teachers right now. You were seeing a rainbow emanate from a white center. You were in the forest. It was in the sky. Yeah, so think about, what does the rainbow mean for you? And it's coming from the white center. So what is that center? Is it your heart? And it was in the sky. So it's a very spiritual vision that you had. And think about what your intention was, and then how that fits with it. So, and a lot of it, it's like figuring out, like I said earlier, what's the intention? And then this is the answer from the spiritual realms. And this is why spiritual work can be hard sometimes, because it's interpretation. Like, what does the rainbow mean? What does that white center? What does the sky mean? And it's about digging into what does it mean for you, and then how does it relate to your intention. Right? It could be a new attitude, a new way of thinking, a perspective, that kind of thing. Hello Dawn. You connected with your past. Okay, good. So then think about what the intention was and how that fits in, right? So it's like the journeys are the answer to the question you asked, to the intention you had. And that's the difference between getting somebody who is going to interpret it. Like if you came to a reading and you had that vision, I could go deep into interpretation around it, right? But now it's like you have to get your own interpretation. Or the person who said dancing, my spirit wanted to dance. That might be the remedy to what your problem is. You need to dance more. You need to have more joy and lightness in your life. Connecting to spirit might be dancing, song, and prayer. Those are the connections to spirit, right? And those are what we did in ancient times that we still do in these modern times, is we sing, we dance, and we pray to connect to the divine, to connect to the great spirit. So does anybody else have any comments or questions? We just finished our shamanic journey. If you weren't here earlier and you want to watch this replay, or if you want to do the journey again, you can go to my YouTube channel and click on the live link, and then you'll see this live. Sorry. You'll see this live and all the other lives that we do. So if you miss a live, you can always go to my YouTube. And I usually announce when I'm going to go live on my Instagram stories. So if you don't have my Instagram stories, just make sure you follow me, and then you'll be notified when I go on live. Okay, but every Monday I come on 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we talk about meditation and the spirit world and how to connect. Okay, and if you're interested in booking a reading, you can also do so on the link in my bio. Wonderful to see you tonight, Songbird. Lots of love to you. Okay, good night. Good night, Rachel. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Rhonda. What do you suggest when your heart goes against a boundary someone has placed? Well, it depends. It depends, because if that boundary is in place to protect you from harm, you have to respect the boundary. And it might be that you're setting a boundary that is uncomfortable, and until you get comfortable with setting that boundary, it may feel like, oh, should I weaken that boundary? But I would say stick to your boundary, because there's a reason for it. But then there's that difference, right, between closing your heart versus protecting your heart. Oh, if somebody else has that boundary, then you have to respect their boundary. Yeah. Otherwise, it will set you up for pain and heartache. Yeah. Oh, Spirit is asking you to go against someone else's boundary. I would respect the boundary, because the thing about it is that people have free will, free choice. And so I would pray on it, Lola. Pray on it and test it out a little. Don't go full force into it yet. Yeah, I know. That's a hard situation. Good night. Oh, you're welcome, Judy. Yeah, you're not. Pray on it some more, and then see what comes of it in the morning. Okay? But the thing about boundaries, and when we start crossing them, it can get sticky. So I always say, just take your time with that. No, I don't do free questions. I just did a free shamanic journey, so I think that's good. The big spirits are asking me to act now. Yeah, that's another thing. I did a video with Zephy, my friend in Greece, and we talked about how that's coming up for a lot of people, is to do it now. Do it now. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Happy equinox, happy new moon, happy new beginnings, and I will see you soon.